Hi, I'm Ariel. 3 months ago, I stood on my own porch, 7 months pregnant, staring at the door my husband Marcus had just slammed in my face. His final word, enough, still echoed in my ears. But what Marcus didn't know was that his cruel dismissal wasn't the end of our story. It was just the beginning. He actually slammed the door in your face? My best friend Sophia paced across her living room, outrage coloring her normally calm voice. After everything that happened with Devin? I sank deeper into her couch, hands resting on my swollen belly. Didn't even let me explain. Just saw the pregnancy and assumed... Did you tell him Devin manipulated you? That he basically blackmailed you with those documents? I tried to, but Marcus wouldn't listen. Typical. Sophia's bracelets jangled as she gestured wildly. The man never listens when it matters. Remember your anniversary last year? When he forgot and blamed me for not reminding him? I finished, a bitter smile forming. Hard to forget. The doorbell rang and Sophia disappeared to answer it. I heard hushed voices before she returned with Jake, Marcus's best friend since college. His usual easygoing expression was replaced with something harder to read. Ariel, he nodded, remaining standing. I heard you were back. News travels fast, I replied, studying his face. Marcus send you to check if the rumors are true? Jake shifted uncomfortably. He didn't send me. Actually, he doesn't know I'm here. Then why are you? Sophia demanded, crossing her arms. Because this has gone too far, Jake said, his voice dropping. Marcus is telling everyone you abandoned him for your ex and came back only because Devin dumped you. That's not what happened, I snapped. I know. Jake's response silenced both of us. What do you mean, you know? I asked, heart pounding. Jake glanced at the door before speaking. 2 months before you left, Marcus started meeting with Devin. I thought it was strange since he always claimed to hate the guy. They were meeting? My mind raced through implications. Planning, Jake corrected, pulling out his phone. I have texts. Marcus wanted out of the marriage but didn't want to pay alimony. So he and Devin cooked up this scheme. Devin would convince you he needed help, get you to leave Marcus, then dump you once the divorce was finalized. I stared at the messages Jake showed me, my vision blurring with tears and rage. The last one sent me reeling. Once Ariel's gone, we split the house sale 70/30ths. Just make sure she never comes back. But I did come back, I whispered. With the ultimate complication, Sophia added, nodding toward my belly. Whose baby is it? Jake asked bluntly. I met his eyes squarely. Marcus's. We were together before I left. Devin and I never... That wasn't what happened. Jake nodded slowly. That explains why Marcus is panicking. He's been moving money around, selling assets. Why tell me this now? I demanded. Because what they did to you was wrong, Jake answered simply. And Marcus just made Lydia, his new girlfriend, partner in his business. She has no idea she's just another pawn. This doesn't make sense, said Elena, my sister, as we sat in her kitchen the next morning. Marcus orchestrated you leaving with Devin. Why would Devin agree to that? I pushed the documents Jake had provided across the table. Money. Turns out Marcus's import business was struggling. Devin had connections Marcus needed. And what did Devin get in return? Elena asked, scanning the papers with her attorney's eye. A partner with a legitimate business front, I explained. Jake thinks they've been using Marcus's company to move money for Devin's less-than-legal operations. Sophia burst through the door, waving her phone. I got it. Recorded the whole conversation with Devin's assistant, Tara. She confirmed everything. You did what? I gaped. One-party consent state, honey, Sophia grinned. Perfectly legal. Told her I was considering investing in their business and had questions about the partnership. Elena hit play on the recording. Oh yeah, Marcus and Devin have been planning this merger for nearly a year, Tara's voice chirped. The whole drama with Ariel was just to avoid splitting assets in a divorce. Marcus even coached Devin on what to say to get her to leave. This is gold, Elena muttered, scribbling notes. There's more, Sophia said. I tracked down Lydia at her yoga class. Marcus's new girlfriend? I asked. Fiancé now, apparently, Sophia corrected. She had no idea about you being pregnant with Marcus's baby. Actually, she had no idea about a lot of things. The front door opened again, and a tall woman with auburn hair walked in hesitantly. Ariel? She asked. I'm Lydia. I stiffened. Elena, Sophia, give us a minute. Once alone, Lydia sat across from me, twisting her engagement ring. I didn't know about the baby. There's a lot you don't know, I replied. I'm beginning to see that, she said, surprising me with her calm. Marcus told me you left him for an ex. When I asked about children, he said you couldn't have them. The cruelty of that lie stole my breath. Sophia showed me the texts, the business dealings with Devon. I put money into that company, my inheritance. Her voice hardened. I'm not here to fight. I'm here because I want the truth. The truth? I laughed bitterly. The truth is, Marcus manipulated me into leaving so he could avoid splitting our assets. The truth is, this baby is his, not Devon's. The truth is, he's using you just like he used me. Can you prove it? She asked, her business acumen showing through her distress. With your help? Absolutely. Later that day, Jake arrived with more documents. He's been forging your signature, he said, showing me loan applications with my name scrawled at the bottom. Taking out equity against properties you co-owned before transferring them to new LLCs. That's federal fraud, Elena interjected. He'll deny it, Jake warned. Say you authorized everything. No, he won't, I said firmly. Not when we confront him with everything at once. He'll be at the company party tomorrow, Lydia offered quietly. Everyone will be there, including Devon. Perfect, I said, a plan forming. That's exactly where we need to be. The ballroom of the Grand Hotel buzzed with conversation as Sophia and I entered through the side door. Elena and Jake waited by the bar, while Lydia had gone ahead with Marcus, unaware of what was about to happen. You sure about this? Sophia whispered, squeezing my hand. We could handle this privately, through lawyers. No, I said firmly. He humiliated me publicly, lied about me to everyone we know. This ends publicly. I spotted Marcus across the room, his arm around Lydia's waist as he charmed a group of investors. Nearby, Devon lounged against a pillar, smirking at something on his phone. Ready? Elena asked, appearing at my side with a portfolio of documents. I nodded, and we moved through the crowd. The moment Marcus saw me, his champagne glass froze halfway to his lips. Ariel, he choked out. What are you doing here? Hello, Marcus, I said loudly enough for nearby conversations to quiet. Surprised to see me? Or just surprised to see me here at your company event, with your business partner Devon? Devon straightened, eyes darting between us. You're making a scene, Marcus hissed, trying to guide me toward the exit. I shrugged off his hand. Like the scene you made slamming the door in my face when I came home pregnant with your child? Gasps rippled through the gathering crowd. That's not… You left me? Marcus sputtered. You left with him. He jabbed a finger toward Devon, who had begun edging away. After you arranged it, I countered, opening Elena's portfolio. After you and Devon planned the whole thing so you could avoid splitting our assets in a divorce? That's ridiculous, Marcus scoffed, but his face had paled. Is it? I pulled out printed text messages. These conversations between you and Devon suggest otherwise, as do these forged loan documents with my signature, and these incorporation papers for shell companies holding our former joint assets. Marcus's expression morphed from dismissive to desperate. Ariel, listen, it's not what it looks like. I can explain everything. By all means, I gestured to the stunned crowd. Explain to everyone how you manipulated me, lied about me, and stole from me. Devon stepped forward, his usual swagger replaced by nervous energy. Marcus, perhaps we should discuss this privately, he suggested, eyeing the growing crowd. There's nothing to discuss, Marcus snapped. She's making wild accusations without proof. Without proof? Elena interjected, her attorney voice commanding attention. I have affidavits from 3 bank employees confirming the signature forgeries. I have sworn statements from your business associates detailing your conversations about defrauding Ariel. Would you like me to continue? You can't believe her, Marcus pleaded with the investors. This is just a bitter ex trying to ruin me. An older gentleman in an expensive suit frowned. Is it true about the shell companies, Marcus? Of course not, Marcus lied smoothly. This is all a misunderstanding. Then explain these. Lydia suddenly spoke up, withdrawing documents from her purse. Bank transfers from my accounts to these same shell companies. Companies you told me were legitimate investment vehicles. Lydia, baby. Marcus's voice turned honey-sweet. You know I would never. Never what? She interrupted. Never lie, never steal, never manipulate. Because from where I'm standing, you've done all three. You've always been dramatic, he tried, forcing a laugh. This is just a misunderstanding between husband and wife. Ex-wife, soon enough, I corrected. And it's not just me you've deceived, is it? What about your investors? Your fiancé? Lydia stepped forward then, removing his ring from her finger. I'd like to hear this explanation too, Marcus. Devin suddenly bolted for the door, but Jake and two men in suits intercepted him. FBI, one of the men announced, showing his badge. We have some questions about your financial activities, gentlemen. Marcus lunged toward me, grabbing my wrist painfully. What have you done? He growled, his public mask slipping completely. Don't touch her! Sophia shouted as security rushed forward. You ruined everything, Marcus snarled, tightening his grip until I winced. I gave you everything and you betrayed me. You deserve what happened. I deserved the truth, I replied, keeping my voice steady despite his painful grip. Just like everyone in this room deserved the truth about who you really are. You think you're so clever, he hissed, as security pulled him back. You have no idea what I'm capable of. Actually, I do now, I said calmly. That's the difference between the woman who left and the woman standing before you today. I see you clearly, Marcus. Everyone does. The security guards pulled him away as he continued shouting threats and accusations, his reputation disintegrating with every word. Are you okay? Lydia asked quietly, standing beside me as Marcus was escorted out. I will be, I answered, watching the FBI lead Devin away in handcuffs. We both will be. All rise, the bailiff announced as the judge entered the courtroom 6 months later. I shifted my daughter Emma in my arms, grateful that the proceedings were finally concluding. Marcus sat at the defendant's table, looking nothing like the confident businessman who once controlled my life. In the matter of financial fraud and forgery charges against Marcus Wells, this court accepts the plea agreement, the judge announced. The defendant will serve 18 months in federal prison, pay restitution to the victims, and remain on probation for 5 years following release. Outside the courthouse, reporters gathered as Elena addressed questions about the case that had attracted considerable attention in financial circles. Do you feel justice was served? A reporter asked me. Justice isn't about revenge, I replied carefully. It's about truth and consequences. Marcus and Devin betrayed many people's trust. Mine, Lydia's, their investors. Now they're facing the appropriate legal consequences. Later at the small celebration at Elena's house, Sophia raised her glass. To Ariel, who didn't just survive, she conquered. And to new partnerships, added Lydia, who had become an unexpected ally. After discovering Marcus's deception, she'd used her business expertise to help reconstruct his financial crimes and protect the legitimate parts of the company. Jake approached me as I put Emma down for a nap. Marcus asked to see you, he said quietly. He's been calling me from the detention center. What does he want? I asked, though I already knew. Says he's sorry, that he realizes what he lost, that he wants to make things right with you and Emma. I closed the nursery door before answering. Tell him I received his letters, all 12 of them. And nothing. There's no apology that can undo what he did. No explanation that matters now. He seems genuinely remorseful, Jake pressed. That's between Marcus and his conscience, I replied firmly. My focus is on Emma and our future. He mentioned wanting visitation rights, Jake added hesitantly. Once he's served his time? I shook my head. The court's already ruled on that. He forfeited those rights when he committed fraud using her trust fund before she was even born. He says he's changed. People like Marcus don't change, Jake. They just find new masks to wear, I said, my voice tired but certain. I've learned to recognize the difference between genuine remorse and manipulation. His letters are full of, "I'm sorry you felt betrayed, and I never meant for things to get so out of hand." Not once has he fully owned what he did without excuses. Jake nodded slowly. I understand. I just wanted to pass along the message. I appreciate that, I said, softening my tone. And I appreciate everything you did to help us. That took courage. Later that evening, as everyone was leaving, Sophia lingered. Any regrets? She asked, helping me clean up. I looked around at the life I was rebuilding. My daughter sleeping peacefully, my career slowly getting back on track, and the true friends who had stood by me through everything. Only that I didn't see Marcus and Devin for who they really were sooner, I answered honestly. But I'm not looking back anymore. Marcus will be released eventually, Sophia reminded me. And I'll be ready, I said confidently. Not afraid, not angry, just prepared. The difference is, I know who I am now. I'm stronger than I ever thought possible. As we finished putting away the dishes, I caught my reflection in the window. A woman I barely recognized from a year ago, but one I was proud to have become. You know, Sophia mused, your story could help other women recognize manipulation and financial abuse in their relationships. Have you thought about sharing it? I smiled, considering the possibility. Maybe someday. For now, I'm just focused on this new chapter. Speaking of new chapters, Sophia grinned, that cute lawyer from Elena's firm couldn't take his eyes off you. One step at a time, I laughed. Some doors need to fully close before others can open. And Marcus's door? That one wasn't just closed. I had locked it, thrown away the key, and built something new and beautiful in its place. What would you do if someone betrayed you as completely as Marcus betrayed Ariel? Would you have handled it the same way, or taken a different path to justice?